Hello, Mackie here, and welcome back to day two of the mid-season madness team preview. Yesterday I did Team Speak with Wales, and now it is time for me to once again spin the wheel and get ready for me to preview that specific team. All right, no time to waste. Oh, oh, well, Deep Cross Gaming making their very first international debut and their first MSI overall. Okay, let's be on. Let me just give you my pretty much honest prediction right now. I do not have a good feeling about Deep Cross Gaming's chances to go through. In fact, I will easily put them at 10th. I'm not doing this as a disrespect in anything. I'm just saying I don't see this team doing well. So that pretty much take care of itself. So let's look at the players, by the way. And if you look at the players, let me look at the players rankings. There you go. We got in the DCG squad Florin, Pop 9, Hongsu, Feng, and Shao C. And if we look let's look at the top laner first, Florin, who got a pretty good KDA, 4.7, which is among the best in the top lane. 61.5 in the kill participation percentage department. 20.5 is in kills share, 12.3 in deaths, 209 gold within 10 minutes with a 97 XPD, which is among all the players without the Chinese stats. So that is pretty good. Not as good as Broken Blade Kana, but finally pretty good. 8.4 CS per minute, which is among the best. 503 damage per minute, which is, I believe, it's a low end, of course. 19.8 damage percentage, 19.4 goals shared, and zero point 0.4 wars per place, and 0.21 wars clear per minute. Now, I think this is going to be. I don't know. Listen, and I'm going to be brutally honest. I might think my knowledge of my player is not as strong as many people. In fact, I could just go in right now and talk to you about the experience internationally in which Florin have no international games. In fact, the only player that have international games was Chelsea with 21. That's it. Five players with 21 appearances, and Chelsea is the only one. So experience. So neither of them, and even like a 19-year-old player coming in, you coming in, you having youthful experience, you going in with no fear and all kind of stuff. It might be helping you, but it could be harmful as well. The same with Pop 9 and Hongsu, and maybe with Fang as well. So I will make this a little bit easier and just rank them as my D tier, which is the not the most egregious, but pretty much you're saying that these players will have literally no shot. I'm just I'm putting them pretty much in a death sentence already for this team. But listen, and I'm not doing this as a disrespect for them. Listen, maybe I'm doing this as a disrespect to them, and that's fine. But these guys have not played in a national tournament ever. This is the first time they're ever going to play in a national tournament. And by the way, their first opponents will be against Carmine Corp, which is besides G2 and Koi, the second, maybe third best team in all of LEC, second behind G2. And then they have to face off against either, Team Liquid if they're lucky, or T1. Now, unless T-Lol, flops the lines, having a bad day, do the classic anything of losing to a minor Legion team, then I don't see this happening. And I think that this is where the road will end for them out of the play-in stage. Now, we had to, of course, give them respect. This is their first time coming to MSI, and by the way, first international appearance for them. And their road to getting here is pretty much a decent one, of course. They're 3-4 and 8-10 in game scored. By the way, that is they are the only team to have a losing regular season record among the 11 teams there. They're the only team to have a losing record in series scores and game scores among all the 11 teams going to. In fact, they have the lowest placement of all the regular season teams. They have to beat the Soft Hogs Gaming, and then beat Gam, and then lose to T Secret Wells before beating Gam in a 3-2 series, and then eventually lost to T Secret Wells in the final. So the fact to even make it to MSI, defeating some of the teams and overcoming the established members of Gam and even MVK, who looking like one of the best teams, of course. The fact they're even there is incredible, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. My prediction market has them pretty much in the low end, 1%, of course. But listen. I know this thing is a little bit short, and I'm doing this as a disrespect to them. But all I have to say this is pretty much simple. I think you can say that Deep Cross of a chance. And by the way, I didn't even do the Psychopathic Poro's preview of the team. So Psychopathic Poro's preview of the team is a little bit different than mine's. Fine. I don't watch LCP. I don't watch the players. I don't follow any other content, of course. So if this is me disrespecting your team, then you will shame me and flag me so many times. And I apologize for that. They and only they will have a chance to prove me wrong. You may ever do it. You could shock the world and beat Carmine Corp, or you may shock the world and beat, Team Liquid Law. And you never know. You might shock the world and beat T1. You never know what will happen. What I'm saying is that based on the body of work and the way how they managed to scrape by into MSI, of course, and the way they've been playing, and the way of the unknown factor, of course, I think that's going to be a tougher task even for me. I'm sorry this is a short one. I'm sorry this is a short preview for them. It hurts, but it is what it is. I hope they will show me something in this tournament and prove me wrong. But until then, that's a little bit different story. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe for more League of Legends stuff. And 2 down, 9 to go. Peace, everyone.